So this problem is a little bit different. First of all, it is set to 0, so that's the same. That's good. We have to have it set to 0 to solve by factoring. You'll notice, though, that the degree is 3. So we don't have a quadratic equation here. We have a degree 3 equation. Also, the leading coefficient is negative. Now, when I'm solving by factoring, I don't usually like my leading coefficient to be negative. So I'm going to factor out a negative, and I'm also going to factor out a greatest common factor. They all have a factor of x, so I'm going to factor that out. So I get negative x times 3x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals 0. Now I have to try to factor the trinomial in the parentheses. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 2. I want to multiply to be 6 and add to be 5. So we're doing this by grouping. The two numbers are going to be 2 and 3. Okay, so I have negative x. Then I'm going to have 3x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. So there's my grouping. I'm splitting it up. I'm unfoiling. Draw the little dotted line here. Okay, and then I have inside the parentheses, which I'm going to make brackets now, I'm going to have grouping. So I'm factoring out a greatest common factor here, x times 3x plus 2. And I'm going to factor out a greatest common factor here. Now, I don't know if we've done an example like this before, but it's going to be 1. They don't have anything in common other than 1. But the good news is the parentheses are the same. And so we're going to be able to continue and factor this. And so now I'm going to have negative x in front, that GCF we took out. I'm going to have 3x plus 2. I don't know why it's not writing good. Sorry about that. As a parenthesis. And the other parenthesis is going to be x plus 1. Okay. Now, you'll notice that we have 3 things being multiplied together. Negative x, 3x plus 2, and x plus 1. Any of those could be 0. So, I'm going to say negative x could equal 0. 3x plus 2 could equal 0. Or x plus 1 could equal 0. All right. That is not writing good, and I'm just not understanding why. Okay. The first one, you could divide by negative 1, get x equals 0. The second one, subtract 2, you get 3x equals negative 2. Divide by 3, you get x equals negative 2/3. And then on the last one, you subtract 1, and you get x equals negative 1. So there are 3 solutions to this problem. And there they are. Now I want to go over one other thing that could happen, just another example here. Say you had 2x squared plus 14x plus 20 equals 0. There is a GCF here, 2, so you could factor out 2. And you'd have x squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 0. And that factors x plus 5 and x plus 2. Those are the two numbers that add to be 7 and multiply to be 10 and add to be 7. So notice we have 3 factors. 2, x plus 5, and x plus 2. That's true, we do have 3 factors. But 2 is 2. It's never going to be 0. I mean, you can write 2 equals 0, but that doesn't work. I don't get a solution from that. So I only get solutions x equals negative 5 or negative 2. I'm only going to get 2 solutions here, even though there was a GCF. So you might say, well, what's the difference? Why did we get 3 solutions on the other problem? In the other problem, we had negative x as a factor. See, the variable was in that factor in the GCF. That's why we got 3 solutions on that one. But here, it was just a constant, so we're not going to get 3 solutions. We're only going to get 2. Okay, I hope that helps.